I want to give thanks to all of you, all of our ancestors who obviously brought us all here together. I'm going to tell a story about my experience with the educational system, period. Okay. My name's Veronica Gee. I was born in Harlem. When it came time for me to go to school, my mom knew she had a relatively intelligent little girl, you know, who was well beyond her years and her thinking. So my mom wanted to put me in Catholic school because she felt like that was the best way to do it. You know, that I would get a better education than in a public school. Well, we went to the school to be signed up, and they told her that I had to wait until I was 6 years old to be signed into the school. I'm born in March. So by the time I was ready to go into school, I was already 6 months out of my 6th year. I finished the first grade, left back. My brother, who is half Chinese, and my mother is Italian-Irish, I didn't mention that part, but he's bringing me into school, and the nun, there are a couple of a little boy and girl who also got left back. But my brother noticed that the nun was allowing those two to go to their upper grade, to back up to the 2nd grade. And when it came time for me to be seated, she just told me to have a seat. And my brother asked her, well, why aren't you allowing Veronica to go to a proper grade? And she said that my attendance was not great because I had had every sickness a child could get within that school year. I had the mumps, measles, the chicken pox, I got it all. Flus, you name it. Strep throat, I was there. Ear infection, I got them all. But after that, I was never sick again. Okay, so I'm not. Anywho, the nun told them that somebody had to represent. Someone had to set the example for all of the other students. Okay, so I spent the rest of my school, my first grade class, being called first grade baby, wipe your face in gravy, throughout the whole year. And in the event, got graduated to the 2nd grade, and then we moved to Brooklyn. First, we were in East New York, and I went to PS 63. And when we went into the office to sign up for school, they promoted me to the 3rd grade. After that, I wasn't feeling school because I got bullied a lot. I was either too light for my black friends, not light enough for the Spanish people or the white people around or whatever. I was always a problem. So it made me go within. I was very withdrawn, and I didn't care. I didn't go to school, and my mother didn't force me to go to school. It was no, you gotta go to school and get an education. She would just tell you, I already got my diploma. It's on you. When we moved to Saratoga Avenue, I met my girls on the block, but I was still going to 292, which was in East New York. At that time, the whole commotion was going on right across the street from me. So every day I would get up to go across town to school. But then I met my girls, and now I want to go to 271 the following year for the 8th grade class. And in that 9 months of being in 271, it gave me a sense of pride. I no longer felt ashamed to be a half-breed, which is what they used to call me every day. You know, my girls, they never gave me no problem. You know, when I first used to meet kids, they used to pick on me because your hair was this way, or the worst thing was that my mother was a white hoe, or white trash, or a nigger lover, which, you know, my mom owned all of it. She's like, hell fucking yeah, that's who I am. She called it whatever it was. She was always very real. I remember one day when I was first called a half-breed, I went upstairs and asked my mom what was a half-breed. And she says, there's no such thing as a half-breed. You can't be half-breed. So I was like, but they keep calling me half-breed. She says, your father is colored and Indian. I am Irish and Italian. So you have all of the races in you. You understand? You are one of the most special people. This is the nicest thing my mother ever said to me, okay, about anything, okay? She wasn't the one to be swooshing up your butt, you know, pumping you up to whatever. But she made me feel special because I had everybody's blood in me. She says, you're better than me, you're better than them. They're always going to be jealous of you because you're always going to have pretty skin, nice hair, you're going to be smart, you're going to be beautiful. They're not going to like you. Not to mention, I'm extremely talented. And that's what 271 did for me. It made me be able to say, yes, I'm good. I'm good at everything I do. My brother, my oldest brother, always says, it don't matter who you are, what you are, just be the best. Okay? So I believe in people power. I believe that nothing can be changed without every last one of us. There cannot be separation. If we're not all included in this, it's not going down, okay? We are not learning. I'm going to tell you, I am the least educated of everyone in this room because I'm a dropout. Never went back to school, don't care, and God bless you for all of the money you spent and all of the time and energy you went through to acquire those degrees and all of that stuff, but we need to start teaching people how to live in the world. I think we spend too much time in schools and buildings reading books. Live life. Education is working and living in life, doing. So, where did I leave off at? Okay. So I finally got into 271, and my art teacher, who showed me more love than anyone in the world, gave me a scholarship at the Brooklyn Museum for printing, which I totally thinged. But I mean, I went a few of the weeks, but then, you know, I get overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. I like quiet, I like private. But I never wanted to go to school because I read Dick and Jane for 5-6 years. Tom, Dick, and Jane. I'd go home and say, Ma, I'm not going to school because, so if I went to school 1 week out of the month, it was a lot. But when I went to 271, I went to school every day, even though I wasn't in their class. Because I knew I was going to see my girls in the hallway. You know, school was social for me, I ain't going to lie. I didn't care about anything that was going on. My art classes I liked. But all of them other classes, mind you, I passed. I wasn't like skipping because I wasn't, you know, getting past anything. just didn't like it. People don't treat you right. So if you're an educator, I taught at a private school, which really blows my mind because, like I said, I don't have papers. But Sister Aura from Cush campus, I don't know, it was a private school in Brooklyn, who gave me that opportunity to touch a lot of children. And I taught arts and crafts. And all of my projects was completed in 8 weeks.